So today we're gonna. So today we're gonna be reacting to Muslim representation.
Today we're going to be reacting
to Muslim representation. I can't even say the word anymore.
I
failed English. Word 2.
Reacting.
My ESL teacher.
Muslim representation in film.
You tell me one thing, she tell me one thing, and then she tell me another thing. Have some swag too, bro. Like, I'm mushed up, cuz. Assalamu alaikum, guys. Today we are with Muslim, and today we're gonna be reacting to Muslim representation in film.
You'll hate me less when you've eaten in. 15 seconds. Break the fast. Break the fast.
Oh, I seen this. She breaking her fast with the wine or whatever she's drinking.
Alcohol.
1.
Oh shit.
Astaghfirullah.
Please.
No.
And left hand. Wrong hand.
So my first assumption is that that little glass is alcohol.
I think it's fair to assume. The Prophet ﷺ said to always have excuses for people. So maybe it's apple juice.
Break the fast. Like, why you gotta say it like that? I'm just saying it nicely, but at the same time, why she breaking her fast
With the shot, like
the shot?
Nah, she's bugging, like straight up.
Literally, you're saying in the name of God and taking a shot. Great.
Good for you. Was that a shot? Did she take a shot? How you go the whole day fasting and you break your fast with a shot? Something's not computing in my head. At least water, bro. At least water. And then take the shot.
She said Bismillah before she shot a glass of tequila or something. I don't know. Like, and they were counting down, like as if like it's something to like, you know, you're breaking your fast. Like it's not something that.
I mean, we low-key count down when we break our fast,
Yeah,
but we're not breaking it with alcohol.
First glance, just seeing how they're trying to portray it as some sort of edgy take on Islam, like we're waiting to break our fast to take a shot, like that just, it's so counterintuitive.
At least give it up on Ramadan, bro. Like, bad habits are out there, just like, come on, don't break your fast with a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if a non-Muslim sees this specific clip, they're gonna see it as like, oh, Muslims really just do fasting for like the performative action of it. They don't. I think it takes away the meaning of what fasting means to people.
They're gonna think Muslims, that's like that's a regular thing for them. Like that's a, you know what I'm trying to say? That's a, like, next thing you know, you're gonna have my friends next to me saying, yo, break your fast in your shot, bro. I'm like, what are you talking about? I saw the video. Right, like, what? Yeah. So it's a bad representation to us Muslims. So you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Stop doing that.
Yeah, but should be banned, like straight up. Like no, you can't. I don't think that's right. I don't think
No
that's
bueno.
Right. No, yeah.
The thing is, I don't know anything about the show. Like, what if it's a show about this particular woman who's having difficulties dealing with drinking?
I think one thing that sometimes Muslims have a difficulty talking about is that Muslims sin. Like some of us do drink alcohol openly or privately. Like we all have our sins, and I think that that's something about that scene that we have to understand.
Why would she want to represent us in that way, like breaking your fast with a sin? Like,
No,
wouldn't
I
you
agree, it's
want
wrong.
like a proper, like, breaking your fast, saying your du'as, and then eating food, right?
I agree. I totally agree that it's wrong, but I think that this is a reality. I mean, when I was going to college, I definitely had Muslim friends who were drinking. I have Muslim friends that, you know, were doing things that obviously it's sinful, but we're also human. And I think a lot of times we forget that insan. We're forgetful and we do things that are outside the bounds of Islam.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about like representation of Muslims, like it's really challenging. We already have so many difficulties in our communities. So when you show this kind of narrative, it just makes things really difficult.
Yeah, I understand that.
I mean, for me at least, this is not like showing us as terrorists, because that's like, we're tired of that trope, for sure.
Come on, John.
Oh, damn. Oh, God.
Oh. Oh. I know this scene. This is where her hijab comes off. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, she came out of something, a hole or something, and like her hijab came off, and then the firefighters around her literally formed a wall so they could cover her, and I felt like that was like a form of respect.
I don't know if it's like a good thing or a bad thing. Like,
I get the intention, like I see that they're trying to be like, oh, we're supportive and we're allies, but it's just the way it's done is just like they're saving like some Muslim damsel in distress, and it's so extra.
First of all, let's talk about how she just rose up, hair blowing in the wind, looks freshly blown out, freshly conditioned, trimmed, and all of that. That is not how Muslim women look up under these hijabs. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna say we don't look nice or whatever, but that's just not realistic at all.
And if she's a firefighter, like obviously she'd wear a certain way and probably like a certain type of hijab as well, right?
It happens where we do have bad hijab days, but I've never had a hijab day like that. On an average day, I got my pins in. It's tucked in, baby. So no, that would not happen. Like, if anything, it just would have came looking
Like
rough.
slightly
Like,
off.
it would have probably been, I would have been looking rough, but
She literally came out and it was gone.
everything was gone. I was
Where
just
did
like,
it go?
Her colleague's reaction immediately is recognizing that something was wrong, and then they supported her. So I think that was a pretty good representation of like how one should respond if that happens in real life.
Respectful.
Every piece of her equipment, her outfit that she has on is secure except her hijab. And why is that? It's because Hollywood is obsessed with seeing Muslim women unhijabed. It's just such a weird thing to see, and it's just, I don't know.
I just want to know what she's doing. Why is she standing like that? And why is she laying down to pray?
Like, she wasn't even praying right there. I think she was just about to sleep or something, bro. Like, I don't think so. That's praying.
We gotta watch that again, bro. We gotta watch that again. That was crazy. Hold on.
I just want to know what she's doing. Why is she standing like that?
Oh God. Oh no.
And why is she laying down to pray?
They should have just like given her a room to pray. It would have definitely made a lot more sense instead of her just being in the middle of where all the fire trucks are.
What is that? What is that? She's praying?
Oh, okay, yes. Okay. I know this clip because I've seen it all over TikTok. Basically, she prays incorrectly. She literally lays down on the floor with everything, like, and she's not wearing proper prayer clothes. But that's not even the problem. The main problem is that you're gonna include Muslims in TV shows or movies, whatever, and you're not gonna have any knowledge, any background knowledge behind, prayer or anything like that.
It looks like yoga, it looks like a stretch maybe, but that does not look like prayer. And it's so mind-boggling because there's so many resources out here.
Just a simple Google search on how Muslims pray, that is not it.
Again, I understand the intention. I understand they're trying to be inclusive and show Muslim representation on screen, but it's just done so poorly, and it's such an easy fix. Like, this is something that a simple consultation with any random Muslim off the street would be able to fix.
We want inclusion, but they don't do it right.
And it's so wild too, because I know for a fact that other people who aren't Muslim are seeing this and they're like, oh, okay, that's how that's done. Okay, cool, good to know. Meanwhile, the rest of us are like, what was that monstrosity? Like, that was embarrassing. I'm just, whew.
There's like 1.9 billion Muslims in the world. Like, you couldn't find a Muslim. You know what I'm trying to say? That's why I'm just like, yo, bring Muslims. I'm into movies and stuff. I'm with that. But just like at least represent it the correct way. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, exactly.
So.
It's forbidden. What's that? It's the call to prayer.
Hey, you lady! Come here! Hey, you! Hey, you! I see you see this! So it's the shanta! It's the shanta!
You broke my Birkin!
Sorry, mistake.
Condoms! Yes! Condoms!
This is the most stereotypical shit ever, bro. Straight up. The most stereotypical shit ever in this video. You got a white lady with a Birkin bag. She's obviously rich. And I think a Muslim majority country, right? And then they got the Arab, of course, the thief, the Muslim Arab thief. During Adhan, and condoms fall out her bag. Like, and everybody's like astaghfirullah, like they don't have sex.
Oh, we don't believe in condoms. Yeah. I don't get it.
I mean, do we? I don't think we do, bro.
It is halal. By the way, you're allowed. Yes, especially if you want to prevent having babies early in marriage, you definitely use them condoms.
Also, why was Samantha in Dubai?
And why did she have thousands of condoms just in her bag?
And why does she bring a Birkin bag to the locals?
Whoa, what about that adhan though? That was like one long syllable that wasn't even Allahu Akbar, right?
The first part of it where there's just random sounds happening and they're like, oh, that's the call to prayer. Like, no, it isn't. If you're gonna name the call to prayer in your movie, like at least make it seem accurate. Like this just reminds me of those songs where they have like random like adhan noises in the background and it's just so disrespectful for no reason. Like there's zero reason to include that, and if you're gonna include it and actually name it, like at least do a little bit of accuracy to it.
I don't know, I think it's a decent portrayal. I wouldn't even say it's a good portrayal, but it is a decent portrayal. I went to do Umrah, and I do remember, not the men, but the women that were in charge of like policing the women's section. If they would see a strand of hair, they would start yelling and stuff, and I would get so scared.
And I wish the Muslim women in the crowd like came up and just, you know,
like
kind of
her.
helped.
Yeah.
It just felt like I just felt like she was left alone in the middle, and then it was just kind of like, astaghfirullah.
I'd be like, oh, shorty, get up. Like, you know, like.
Where to? Like, we go on the floor, right?
Yeah, like, you good? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, straight up.
At least the Arabic was a little bit authentic. I'll give them that. But there are way too many men in the street, first off. Especially with the call to prayer. The street would be more empty than that because people will be going to pray. Two, nobody would huddle like that. Maybe they will huddle like, why are you being aggressive to this woman? But they'll never just stand there as a guy is trying to grab her bag. That is not our manners. That is not, like any Arab country, no matter what you're dressed like, if a man is trying to manhandle a woman, let alone her bag, no, they're gonna be like, leave her alone, what happened? Let's talk about it. They'll have a woman come talk to her because that's the respectful thing to do.
First of all,
tank tops,
when you go to a
cleavage
Muslim
is showing.
country, you're supposed to dress a bit modestly. Like that's just
to have respect, you know.
Why even go to a country if you're not gonna respect their rules, their culture, their mindset, and nothing like that? Just don't come here. Don't go there.
Yeah.
Go back to your country.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's the right thing to represent us.
Yeah, yeah. They're
like,
like,
you see,
they're violent terrorists, you know, like they're screaming and shit. You know,
violent to our women. Like they
yeah.
always say, oh, we're so bad to our women. We hit our women. What?
Portraying Arab men as like backward, aggressive, like.
Notwithstanding the fact that they sometimes are aggressive within our own communities, but by white people, it's a problem.
Why are those women that are portrayed in the market there not liberated just because they're not waving condoms around? Such a white woman way to view things.
Everyone's always celebrating, like when women are taking back their power and like they're dressing how they want to dress, but then when a Muslim woman does the same thing, then it's like, oh, like that's not a choice. Like you're oppressed. Like someone's making you do that. It's like, no, I'm making me do this because I want to do this, not because I have to do this.